invocation and pledge. We have a quorum today with 2 members present. Had a chance to look at the minutes for the February 27th meeting.
Yes, ma'am. I'd like to accept the minutes as presented.
Do you have any changes to the agenda?
Ready for your approval.
Board as is. Having no presentation or consent agenda items, we will move directly into the debate agenda, and it looks like we're starting with Mr. Schlochter.
Yes, Madam Chair, thank you. As mentioned earlier, we will not have committees week of master, so we're bringing you some items that would have been normally presented there, so these first 5. First one I have for you is an easement encroachment agreement for 633 Furies Ferry Road. They're looking to put a storm line across a sanitary sewer easement. Our sewer easement bisects their property. They have a storm line that needs to cross to get to the pond. This is our standard encroachment agreement language. They're responsible. Staff's recommend approval.
That sounds customary. That's how it goes. Move to consent.
So moved.
Next one I have for you is an alcohol beverage license for Dinked Pickleball. This is for 500 Furious Ferry Road. They have applied for alcohol beverage license to sell beer, wine, and distilled spirits for on-premise consumption. Do have the survey. It meets. We had to work hard to make it meet, but they were able to accomplish it. There's no known opposition. Staff recommends approval.
They'll operate under the recreational.
Correct. Indoor recreation. Full-service kitchen.
So moved. Next.
Next I have for you is an alcohol beverage license for DNR 2024 LLC. They have applied for a license to sell beer and wine for off-premise consumption from 4086 Jimmy Dice Parkway, Suite 1. This is not required of a distance survey. It's an existing service station. New applicant, so staff has recommended approval of the license.
Old gas station, new owner, so they were already selling at that location. Move to consent.
So moved. Next.
That for you is an alcohol beverage license for Twist Liquor LLC. They've applied for a license to sell beer, wine, and distilled spirits for off-premise consumption from 6697 Washington Road, Suite 1. This is out by the lake. This is a new location. They have met the requirements for separation. No known opposition. Staff has recommended approval. It is. It's a service station, drive-through bait and tackle. Will now be a store to buy some beer, wine, and distilled spirits. It's a couple different things in that one location.
There's an existing.
The existing business, if I'm not mistaken, Paul, they expanded to add this, correct? Yeah, they expanded onto that business to add this into it.
No known opposition.
None that we're aware of.
Consent.
So moved. Next.
Recently, Animal Services has been working on replacing their incinerator. We've got it ordered. It's actually on site. We're getting close to it and actually installing it. County Manager Johnson has declared there's no need for the old incinerator. He has surplused it. We have reached out to Burke County. They're in need of one. This will fit their need. We are looking to donate this incinerator to Burke County with the condition that they come pick it up and take it back to their facility. Staff has recommended this donation.
So moved. Gordon, how are you?
Morning, how are you doing? First item I have this morning is a independent agreement with Adura for engineering services for our annual biosolids land application report. They have to submit 3 quarterly reports and an annual report for our land application with Hudson Grassing. And they just look through all the data, analyze the data, make sure everything's okay, and submit it to EPD. This is a cost of this report is $15,500, and staff recommends approval of this proposal.
Move to consent.
So moved. Next.
Next item we have is an encroachment agreement with Georgia Power. Our sewer for the Force Main project is crossing the Georgia Power easement, and we just have to get an agreement with them and approved by the commission so we can route our sewer through this easement. Staff recommends approval.
Are there any extraordinary terms and conditions with this, or is this just a standard right-of-way agreement?
It's their standard agreement we've done multiple times. It's fee simple, there's no cost with it, so there's no, we can cross it 90 degrees without any any abnormal conditions, I guess, put on it.
My copy is kind of garbled on the screen. I just wanted to be sure. Okay, very good. Move to consent.
So moved. Next.
The next item is to reject bid 2023-012, bid 5100 for Sugar Creek Booster Station. We had 3 bidders on the job. We were within budget, but state law requires your bidder for a utility project to have a utility contractor license, and none of the contractors had a license to perform this type of work.
Move to consent.
Next.
The last item we have is an independent agreement with Turnip Seed Engineers to expand our chemical treatment area at the Jim Blanchard Water Treatment Plant. This is primarily for hypochlorite. We currently purchased 12% hypochlorite, but over the last 6 or 7 years, the price has gone up from just over $1 a gallon to $4.75 a gallon. And it's cheaper for us to, about an 8-year payback for us to create that or produce it in-house. So this is for an agreement with Turnip Seed Engineers in the, at 7.6% with an estimated cost of $509,580. Staff recommends approval of this proposal.
You're expanding the building and putting in equipment.
Yes, we're going to actually, there's a lot limited space at Blanchard, so we're going to actually put a second story on part of the building to house our rectifiers for the equipment.
How many additional employees will you need?
Employees, none.
What's the timeline on that?
Probably about a year to design and then another year to construct.
509 is the design fee.
Yes. It's about $8.5 million to construct.
How will that be funded?
Through our extension and renewal funds. Actually, I take that back. We're looking at bonds right now. We're exploring bonds, going through that process. So we'll try to fund it through bonds, and we'll bring that for approval.
But this portion of it's through
No, this will be through bonds.
the bonds as well.
To debate.
Next.
Good morning. The first item we have for you is a proposal from Jefferson Energy Cooperative to provide a safety light at the intersection with Louisville Road and Harlem Grovetown Road. The board actually approved this item in December with Georgia Power. Georgia Power mobilized to go install the light. They realized the coverage area was just inside Jefferson Energy's coverage area. So we reached out to Jefferson Energy and got a proposal, and the cost would be $35.20 a month to install this light, pay that insurance premium. Recommends approval.
Move to consent.
So moved. Next.
The next item is a proposal from Georgia Power to provide safety lighting at the intersection of Riverwood Parkway and General Wood. This would be 2 safety lights at each intersection, the west side of that intersection, the north and south quadrant. It'd be $15,373 for the upfront pole cost. That's 2 poles, and an annual cost of $888.96. Staff recommends approval.
Consent.
The next item is a public hearing on the proposed establishment of a streetlight district for White Road, right outside of Harlem. Staff received a petition from the residents, reached out to Georgia Power. This is inside of Georgia Power's coverage area. Requested a proposal. The cost for streetlight district would be $7,972.20 for labor and materials. Annual utility cost of $2,376. The annual revenue of $1,200 per year. Staff recommends approval.
We'll open up for public hearing at this time. Yes. You could state your name and address.
Oh, I'm sorry.
For the record, that's okay.
Princeton Tut. I'm a property owner on White Road.
Okay.
They're on existing poles. Here's a location map. This is Gordon Highway here, this is White Road. I believe that's correct. Yep.
Does that answer your
It
question?
does, it does. My concern was poles, you know, on property and getting in the way,
Yep.
ingress.
Right. Okay,
Thank you.
thank you. Are there any other comments? We'll close the public hearing at this time.
Thank you. The next item is a resolution 2407 to establish the streetlight district for White Road.
Move to consent,
So moved,
That'd be debate.
debate, sorry.
so moved, thank you.
The next item is a resolution 2409 to amend Northwood Section 6 streetlight district. This is off of Ridge Pine Drive. This is to add a streetlight in that district. Staff received a request from a property owner to add an additional light. We reached out to Georgia Power. Georgia Power conducted a study and said the light was warranted. Additional light cost $245.76 annually, with an upfront pole cost of $565.19.
Add one pole, cost $245 a year?
The light, yes. The pole cost $565.19. Annual cost of the light is $245.76.
It's a regulated rate by the PSC, just over like $20.48 per month is what they are required to charge us.
Then that just becomes part of the streetlight district. That's how it gets paid for.
Okay.
This is an existing streetlight district, so you're not adding a fee, you're not doing anything with money, you are doing money, you're allowing us to pay the bill, but you're not doing anything to the public with money. So no additional charges for them, so no need to put this on debate if you.
So moved, next.
This next item is Resolution 2416. It's an initial resolution regarding the abandonment of prescriptive rights to Harris Hammond Road and Grant Road. This is about a 10-foot wide dirt road, and staff has maintained the road in years past. Due to livestock getting off of, out of their closures and onto the road, staff has had to work with property owners to contain the livestock. The property owners have ultimately installed gates across the road prohibiting public access. It's really just to serve the property owners, 7 or 8 property owners that abuts the road. So we would like to abandon the road, thereby abandoning our requirements, and responsibility to maintain the road. Staff recommends approval.
You've spoken with the property owners.
Yes,
Understand.
staff has.
County will no longer maintain.
Ma'am.
To consent, move to
Next
consent.
step will be a public hearing, so we'll invite the public in, y'all will vote on this again.
Oh, okay.
So moved, next.
This next item is a professional services agreement with International Appraisal and Research Group for appraisal and acquisition services for TIA and GDOT projects. We are currently under contract with IAR, ending a 5-year contract in June. We use them primarily for relocation services, appraisals, so we would like to renew their contract. All of their current rates are staying the same. They're adding a couple additional services, which staff has vetted and feel that they're competitive at the rates that they've proposed. So we would like to renew this contract beginning when the current one ends. Recommends approval.
Consent,
Next.
The next item is 2 general indemnity agreements with GDOT for the I-20 gateway signs, one at Appling Harlem interchange and one at Bel Air Road interchange with I-20. These are the gateway signs that staff's currently in design with a consultant on now. In order to get the permit to construct these signs, we must execute an indemnification agreement with GDOT. Staff recommends approval.
move to consent.
What's the timeline on that?
Hopefully we'll have a permit in a month. Take us another month to advertise and accept bids. So hopefully we'll start construction around summer, midsummer.
I'd say late summer, earliest. Just getting them to process things is tough.
Been a very, very, very long process. I was thinking the other day about this. I've been working on this particular thing since I was on the CVB, and it's probably been almost 10 years since we first started talking about these. So, and that's a good lesson in civics, that things don't happen overnight. You don't just show up one day and go, we're gonna put signs out, and it happened the next day. There's
Later.
a lot of permits and permissions, so I appreciate staff for staying on that.
So moved. Next.
The next item is acceptance of 2 permanent utility easements from Horizon West Business Park and Flag Real Estate Holdings for the Horizon West Business Park. There are 2 water utility easements on this corridor, and staff recommends acceptance.
Consent?
The next item is acceptance of permanent easements with the Board of Education for sidewalk maintenance adjacent to General Wood Parkway and Riverwood Parkway. This is for the sidewalk that staff installed along General Wood Parkway. The Board of Education also installed one along Riverwood Parkway. This is not requiring staff maintain these sidewalks, but it is granting us access to maintain them should we feel necessary.
Consent?
So moved.
The next item is proclamation for Safe Digging Month. April is designated as the Safe Digging Month to raise safe digging awareness and encourage citizens to contact 811 for digging. Our staff were members of the local chapter of the Georgia Utility Coordinating Council, and we would like to have this proclamation made at the April 2nd, 2024 commission meeting. Recommends approval.
Consent?
So moved. Thank you. Matters for this.
No legal matters.
Staff reports.
I have the year-to-date budget report and the water and sewer construction project reports available for your review, and prepared to answer any questions.
Titus? Staff reports.
Yes, we have the roadway projects report and the roadway resurfacing report for your review. Happy to answer any questions.
No questions?
Thank you. Do we have any commissioner or public comment? I have one executive session item. How would you like to handle that?
To the full board, please.
We'll adjourn at 9:01.